Okay. All right. So everybody, guess what? I'm back at the creek. Okay. We're out here once again. Gonna do some gold panning. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my glove back on. All right, so I got the sluice set up right here. I'm about to test it to see if it's running okay, if it's running strong enough. I might have to adjust it a little bit to get a better flow. But I'm gonna see. I'm out here with trusty Dash again. Dash is out here playing in the water. So, hold on one second. I'm gonna loose. There you go, Dash. Go run free. All right. So let me show you what I'm setting up to do today. I got me a bucket. And instead of carrying all those heavy rocks like I did last time, I got this little strainer. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put when I shovel the material, I'm gonna put it inside of this. And then I'm gonna have this bucket filled with water. Then I'm gonna shake it. And so like all the gold and the particles, the small particles can fall through these holes. So I don't have to worry about carrying the big rocks. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fill this bucket up with just the right material. And then I'm gonna run it through the sluice. So I'm gonna try to do a different method today. I'm digging right here. Last time, this is where I got all the gold from, in this area right here. I got a little marking on the tree out here. I'm not gonna show you what it is in case somebody will come out here and try to, find my gold spot. But it was right in this area right here. It seemed like it's running, not right here, but right in this area. It's running right along here. So I'm gonna do a couple of test pans first, just to make sure I'm in the right spot. Nothing has changed since the last time I came out. And if it's good, I'm gonna go ahead and start running it and just start filling this bucket up. And I just kind of like, if I can, I'll show y'all what I'm doing. But it's a nice day out here. It's kind of gray today, but you can see from last time, the trees have filled in, all the leaves filled in pretty much. And the walk was easier getting down here today. Got a little blue sky coming through there though. But anyway, so I'm set up right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do some test runs and I'll get back to you. Dash is playing with his ball over here. So let me see if I can get him to Dash. Go get it, boy. All right. Anyway, so that's it. Stay tuned. I guess he's trying to get the ball. Go get it, boy. All right, let me get the gold panning. All right, so what I'm doing now, I just got the sluice in the water. Where's Dash at? Oh, there he is, okay. So, basically what I'm doing, I'm just running the material across the sluice. I just got a handful and drop it in the plate. Just let it run down. Do another one. And you see towards the back end, you see the heavy see at the end. And that's where you see like the black sand at. And then the black sand, that's where you see the gold, if there's any. Okay? So that little screener I got is working pretty good. So now I can just classify my material down to what you see right now, instead of having all those big rocks inside. So just let it run down the sluice. And hopefully the gold get caught up in the ripples. Just like that. I got a full bucket right here. So, and then I'm gonna fill up another bucket and do it again. I may do about 3 buckets, I guess. So, and here's the hole I'm digging out of, right here. So far I dug out this little area. But I guess I'm gonna go like a little further up this way and back this way too. Because what happens is when that gold travels along the creek, you see the rough side of the water is like over here. So the gold goes to the heavy side of the creek. And you see all the big rocks and boulders. But the gold, the heavy amounts of gold is not everywhere. So it kind of like concentrates. Like when you see metals and stuff, they all concentrate in the area, like these big rocks. So I tested this area on this side, of this right here. And I tested up there, further up. And it seemed like the gold line is actually coming right down the creek. So right down this area. And I'm guessing it could continue right behind me and keep going down this way as well. And I'm gonna test that theory out in a few minutes. But so far I'm getting decent gold in this little spot right here. So I'm gonna continue digging where I'm digging right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish running this bucket. And I'll get back there. It's a nice day out here. There's Dash doing what he's doing. He's enjoying himself again. All right, y'all. Let's get back to it. So I'm going to demonstrate what I'm doing. See, I got the bucket and I put that liner in there, this little strainer. And I just take the shovel. I'm digging down in this hole. Okay, bring it over, drop it in the bucket. It's that simple. Get a good spot. And just like that. See, I don't want the big rocks. So, do like that. Flip this side. And then I just shake it. Just like that. What happens is all the big rocks stay inside. And the small dirt and gold fall to the bottom. So that way I don't have to carry this big bucket full of these heavy rocks over to the sluice back and forth. Makes it a lot easier. Then I just simply dump it over in this pile. Just like that. So it's that simple. Then drop it back in and start it all over again. Dad's just trying to figure out what am I doing. But, yep, that's what I'm doing so far. So you see how I got that little hole dug out. Yeah, it's nice out here now. Sun is out. Just taking a little break. So far I did 2 buckets. This is my 3rd one I'm working on right now. So yeah, that makes it a lot easier. And I believe it or not, I picked this up at the dollar store. I don't know actually what it is. Maybe it's like a little trash can, a desk trash can or something. But it works real good. So I just said, I bought one because I didn't want to buy 2. It only cost $1 though. But I only bought one. Just wanted to test it out to see what it worked. And it's made of some type of metal. So yeah, so if in case you want to know where I got it from, just go to the dollar store and you can do the exact same thing. Just drop it in your bucket. You know, put your dirt in like I just did. All your material inside of there, shake it. Dump the rocks out in the pile. What do you think, Dash? You ready to go? You want to go or you want to stay? You're going to stay a little longer, okay? Just a little longer. All right? All right. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna get back to it, and I'll show y'all results later on when I get finished, as usual. I'll show you how much I got, and I'll tell you around how long I've been out here. So far, I started like 241, I think. It's like 312 now, so I already got 2 buckets in. So there you go. All right. So I'm feeding the bucket again. So one thing I want to say, one day I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna try to find what its source is. But it's so hard to find, but you just basically go where the gold stops and where it starts. But look at these hills. See if I can zoom in on that hill. See how it's been washing out? That's how the gold gets into the creek. Hills like that, area right there, it all washes out. And it happens all along the creek, all along the walls of the creek. It just, both sides. And the gold, a lot of times it's in quartz rock, and it washes out as the rock weathers. The gold leaks out of the rock, and then when it rains, the rain pushes it into the creek, and then the gold basically falls. It goes to the least resistance of the water. So the gold wouldn't be most likely in this side, because this is where the water rushes at. It'll be on this side, where all the heavy boulders come in at. And one thing you want to do when you go pan, you always want to test pan. Test pan is one of the biggest things you do as far as finding a good spot. So I've been test panning this hole right here. And basically this is all I've dug so far, was this hole right here, this area. And I dug a hole right there because I had found gold in that spot too. So I know from here all the way over to there, gold. I find gold in this area. And I haven't even got to that yet. So far, I've done 6 buckets. But you want to test pan. So I test panned up that way, I didn't find much. But as I came down and I went to the edges of the wall, I didn't find anything. But when I came down this side, there's a gold line. And I can go back this way, keep going back, all the way to the hole where I'm digging, and even out this way. So I might be in this spot for a while. So I'm gonna keep coming back until I can't find any more. But so far, every so often I just test pan. And in each test pan I find gold in there still. So there's still gold in that hole. So I'm gonna keep coming back and hitting that area. And Dash, he's just trying to make fun with his rocks and his sticks he's playing with. Yeah, so let me get this for you. You want this? You want it? Go get it. Did you find it? Are you trying to catch a rock? The stick probably gone, Dash. What are you trying to get? What are you trying to get down there? The stick is gone. The water took it away. No, I didn't throw the rock. Oh, you did. Oh, my bad. You found the stick. There you go. Okay. Oh, you broke it. Anyway, so yeah, so when you're out here, make sure you test pan. Make sure you try to find the gold line. Because what's going to happen is, the gold is going to be, you're going to find a little gold over this side. A few pieces. What's he doing? And then as you get closer to the gold line, you're going to start finding more and more until you start finding a heavy amount. And when you find that, that's where you want to dig at. You want to dig in that area. So there's a least, and then there's the gold where most of it accumulates. And that's the area you want to be in. So yeah, I ran 6 buckets. Actually, that's my 6th bucket over there. I'm doing it now. I'm about to get up out of here. So, oh boy. And I'll show y'all what I got. I'll show y'all what I get later on. I'm just running it quick now. These Gold Hog mats are pretty good. There's a big rock in this one. But these Go Hard mats are pretty good. I don't know why he likes chasing rocks in the water. Dash. No, this is gold. It's gold material. I'm putting it in the sluice. See? You can't have that. I know you want it, but you can't have it. All right. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here before I wear myself out. Because the longer I stay, I might end up doing another bucket. And I don't think I need to do that. Anyway, I'll show y'all the cleanup later on. I'm finna continue to run this bucket and do a cleanup. All right. So y'all, now I'm heading out the woods. I'm heading back home. It was fun. Just for a few hours. Come out here a couple of hours. Get a little gold. Dash had a little fun out here. But it's time to go. So what I'll do the cleanup back at the house. And I'll show y'all the results of what we got today. All right? Stay tuned for that when I get back home. It's nice out here. Look at that. All right. See y'all later. All right, everybody. So it's 2 days later, and I'm in my backyard. So when I left the creek that day, I was a little tired. So, and plus I had to work the very next day. So now I just got off of work this morning, about 6 something this morning. So now I guess it's around 12 or 1 maybe. And I'm out here in the backyard, and I decided I'm gonna come out in the backyard and gold pan. So I put some Dawn dishwash liquid in the water. Now this is gonna be a task when you trying to pan this black sand out, because the gold gets in the bottom of it. I mean, the gold is all mixed in there, and this is some heavy black sand. So this is basically what I'm doing. You see the Dawn dishwasher liquid in there, and that's to break the surface tension of the water, so to force the gold at least to go down somewhat. It doesn't always work all the time correctly, but it does help it out. Keep some of the gold from floating out. Even though gold is heavier than water, I think it's like 9 times heavier than water, something like that. I mean, heavier than most materials. So it usually goes to the bottom. But just want to make sure. So what I'm doing, I'm just panning it inside. Just got a pan of water. I'm just gonna pan it down, and it's gonna take me some time, because like I said, this is some heavy black sand. But I'll show you the progress as get closer to it. I'll do a pan back and see what I can find. See how much gold that I did find that day. It was a fun day out there though. One day, like I said, I need to spend time out there. I'm gonna get a couple of people to go out there with me so we can get a lot more. So that was, like I said, that was only just a couple of hours, a few hours I was out there. But that's a hike to get to where I was. I think I did a video back when I was hiking, just going through the woods. I don't even know how long it is to get back to my spot. It's funny that gold is not, like I can get to the creek fairly fast. But the problem is, in the area where I can get to it, there's no gold in that spot. And so the gold is, it seems like the gold is always in an area where people can't get to it, or it's always hidden. It's not like right out in the open. And so that's why gold is valuable too. Because not the only the reason, because when you work the ground, it costs, it's a lot of effort to get it, and it's rare. So if you find an area with gold in it, I mean, count yourself lucky because they even find gold. Period. So, because it is rare. So if you find an area or a creek that it has some gold in it, why not get it for free? Y'all see the gold and silver prices will be going higher. As time move on, it looks like we're going into a recession. And so that's why I said, you know, you want to make sure you get your gardens going. Make sure you get out of debt. If you can get out, if you're in a lot of debt, don't be getting yourself in debt right now, because interest rates is going up. Be mindful of how you spend your money, and most of all, you better put some money aside for an emergency fund. Get some extra food, extra canned food, canned goods, you know, emergency kit, extra flashlights and stuff just in case. And it's good to have a generator. You never know. The power goes out. I mean, and we're not even just talking about, you know, it's not even talking about what's going on economically right now, but also you got to think about the weather. You know, tornadoes, hurricanes, and so forth. Any kind of natural disaster. So always plan ahead and just try to have something, you know, have a bug out bag, you know, just in case. So just a little word of advice. Don't spend all your money up. Start putting some money aside. Like I said, have that emergency fund. Because it looks like things are getting a little tight. So just be prepared. That's all I can say. Anyway, so let me get back to the gold panning. And I'm just going to break this down, and I'll get back to y'all shortly. I'll show you what I have. See if I can do a pan back once I get it down low enough. And so while I'm panning, I want y'all to see this. I'm gonna zoom in on this ironstone. This how you know you're in a good spot. You see this right here? That's all this ironstone. This is real heavies. And then right here is pyrite, what they call fool's gold. See it kind of shines? So that's pyrite. But I've seen some decent pieces in here. So I just wanted to show y'all that. So when you panning, I mean, you looking back, you saw this ironstone, you know you're in a good spot. A lot of times you find lead too. Sometimes in the creek, you know, people shot, I guess buckshot or whatever, and you find like lead, pieces of lead or bullet in your pan. That's how you know that you're in an area with a bunch of heavies at. It's because when the creek goes down and all the heavies go out to the same side, all the heavy stuff collects together. And so that's where you find your gold as well. All right, so that was just showing you that right there. All right, I want to show you the size of these pieces right here. Look at those. They're like rusty. It's like rusty gold. Where's it at? That right there. Look at those. I mean, kind of chunky too. You can actually pick them up. But that's the flakes like that. And look at the back of the pan, yo. Look at that. That is decent. Look at all those pieces of gold. And like I said, that's probably maybe really an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work. I don't know, because I had to walk to get to where I was. I ran 6 buckets. 6 buckets, and look at those pieces right here. And just to put those to the size of those, these are, yeah, you can feel those. Let me see. See, look how big it is, those pieces compared to those pieces. And they're kind of chunky too. So I was in a good spot. And what inspired me to get into gold, really, was the TV show Gold Rush. You know, and that was something that I was always interested in, metal detecting and stuff like that. And I remember when we first started, we would go to the creek. I made my own little sluice, and we would go dig in the creek. And I really didn't know what I was doing, but we didn't find anything. We didn't find like one little flake. We couldn't even get one little piece of gold. I didn't even know what it looked like, actually. But we just kept trying and kept trying. And then I started watching YouTube videos and keep watching Gold Rush. And I was like, wow, man, look at all the gold they get. And so one day, like I said, actually my son Trayvon, he found the first area. We was digging in the wrong spot. And he went to the middle of the creek, and there was some bedrock sticking up in the middle of the creek. And he took some pans of dirt out of there and started panning it back, and lo and behold, he found some gold in there. I was like, wow, that's the first time we saw gold. So then we went across the other side of the creek on the inside bend, and then we found we started finding a lot of gold. And from that point on, we just kept on getting gold. But yeah, so it was the show Gold Rush. So a lot of information they give on those shows is true, you know. And also Bering Sea Gold as well. I watched all the gold shows, and I watched hours of YouTube videos about gold panning in creeks. But now I know so many places where there's gold. I know every time I go to the creek now, I'm going to find gold. It's not an option when I won't find it. I always will find it. Because I know so many places now where gold is at. So anytime I get some free time, I just go to the creek and get it. Anyway, so that's the end of this video. I just want to show y'all what I got. About 2 hours worth of work, or maybe less. All those nice pieces of gold in there. And these right here are really nice. That one right there is chunky too. This one right here. So, anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm back in the backyard. Don't forget to hit the bell for more future videos. And I will be doing more. I will be going back down to the creek. I'll give y'all a little look at the garden real fast. Look at that. Isn't that something? Just make sure you watch the videos before. You can see how it's progressing. All right? Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.